Tuesday, May 13th. Welcome into another episode of Daily Dingers brought to you by Better and Green. I know what you're probably thinking. Wait a minute. You were wearing that yesterday. Yes, I was 3-0 for the first time on Daily Dingers yesterday with the Nerfy Pirates and the Mets. Check. Rockies plus 1.5 at a nice plus price. Check. Should have won that game outright. And the Los Angeles Angels plus 1.5 near pick'em price. Check with the outright win. So yeah, we're running it back, going with the same hat, same shirt here. See if we can keep the brooms coming for Tuesday. Don't love today's card quite as much as I did yesterday, and I'm kicking myself yesterday. My only play was on the Rockies, and I ended up splitting it half unit on the money line, half on the run line. So I barely profited about a tenth of a unit on the run line there. So kind of kicking myself for playing it that way. But like I said, they should have won that game outright. So let's get right into the plays today. We have a couple fishy lines that we're going to talk about. Not sure if I'll have any official plays. Had a tough loser in hockey last night too, and the way I'm feeling, I want to chase, but I know right now is when I need to have the discipline to only fire away on the games that I really like, and I'm just not in love with this board. But let's get right into the first play here. 6:35 Eastern, we have the Minnesota Twins heading to Baltimore to face the Orioles, and the Orioles minus 130 at home, despite the Twins on a really nice run here. They have won 8 games in a row. Now hit the road to play Baltimore. This is a series that we just saw last week as they played 3 games in Minnesota Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of last week. And the Twins swept that series against Baltimore. Really fishy line. Baltimore minus 130. Baltimore is a team who only has 3 wins in the month. Uh, so, it's a very weird line. We had a very similar game back on Friday, May 2nd here with the Orioles against Kansas City, where we took the Orioles, faded the Royals in that game, who were on a big winning streak because of the fishy line. And we're looking to do that again here. My one concern is Baltimore is still being priced as the team that they've been the last really couple of years, that they're just not this year. So that's my one hesitancy here. But when the line kind of pops off the page there, would really want to back the Twins. I think it's just too good to be true. So we're going to take Baltimore. On the mound, they have Cade Povich. And then for the Twins, it's Simeon Woods Richardson. Povich just got shelled against the Twins last week. Gave up 5 earned runs in the 3rd inning alone. They lost that game 9-1. So again, it looks so easy to go hit the Twins plus money on an 8-game win streak. Just swept the Orioles. Don't think it's going to be that easy today. Give me the Orioles minus 130. Yeah, that's up there with, if I do have a play, it might be the Orioles today. But let's go to one of the later games here, 9:40 Eastern start time. The New York Yankees heading to Seattle to play the Seattle Mariners. Same thing here, kind of a fishy line. The Yankees are a minus 140 road favorite, and on the mound is Max Fried. 105 ERA, .91 WHIP, 6-0 record for Fried. Arguably the best pitcher in baseball this season. Only minus 140 against the Seattle squad, who has lost 4 games in a row. Got swept by the Blue Jays. Lost game 1 yesterday to the Yankees. Seems too good to be true to take the best pitcher in baseball at minus 140. I'm not going to fall for it. I like Seattle on the money line. Brian Wu, their ace pitcher on the mound for them. Should be a lower scoring game. I wanted to give out the Nerfy in this game, but I've been bit by many Seattle solo home runs in the first when I have a Nerfy on them, and then Wu is just not a great Nerfy pitcher this season. So staying away, but I do think Seattle battles in this game. I think it's a close one, and I think they ultimately get the win at home. I think plus 118 is a nice number on them. Again, just kind of a fishy line. Yankees have won 5 of 6. Seattle 4-game losing streak. Yankees with arguably the best pitcher in baseball on the mound and only a minus 140. I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to take Seattle at home plus 118 to bounce back from that losing streak. And then the final game of the board here, 10:10 Eastern start time. The Athletics heading to LA to start a little road trip here against the Dodgers. Dodgers minus 235 at home. The A's plus 192 underdogs. And I've kind of been liking these plus 1.5, so we're going to go back to it with the A's here. Um, Athletics are off a disappointing homestand where they got off to a win in extras against Seattle, but then dropped their next two in that series. Dropped 2 out of 3 against the Yankees. So again, I love this team that's getting out, getting to hit the road. They're going up against the Dodgers now, who, divisional opponent. I'm sure they've had this series circled. Um, I think they're going to come in focused here. I still think they're a very undervalued team from what they've been the last couple of years. So I like the spot for the A's. Meanwhile, you got to hate the spot here for the Dodgers. I really wish they didn't have the off day yesterday. That's really what's holding me off of this. But first game back home of the month. They have not been home since April 30th. So they've had 3 straight series on the road. They've kind of been doing the zigzag method as of late. Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. So I don't believe in zigzag method, but that would tell you tonight is due for a loss. But just had a really tough 4 game series with the Diamondbacks. Ended up splitting 2-2. Had to win game 4 to get the split in that series, and I think they're fairly proud of that. They beat the Braves 2 games to 1 in the series, 2 series before that, and then took 2 out of 3 from the Marlins as well. So fairly successful road trip for the Dodgers. Now coming back home again, haven't been home in 2 weeks. So hate that spot for LA here. Like the spot for the A's. We're gonna play the A's plus 1.5. It's right around minus 110. I think it's a fair price on a team that's still undervalued. Everyone's going to be betting the 1.5 on the Dodgers because they always do. Don't think they're going to get so lucky tonight. So just to recap here, we are looking at the Orioles money line minus 130. We are going to play the plus money road dogs in the Mariners plus 118, and then we are looking to take the 1.5 with the A's right around minus 110. Guys, that's going to wrap it. Let's try to keep this hot streak rolling here. 2-1 on Friday, I believe. Maybe 1-2. I think it was 2-1. 3-0 yesterday, though. So starting the week off hot. Hoping to keep the brooms going. Again, I don't know if I'll have any plays today, but I actually do kind of like those plays the more I talk about them. So let's go for 6-0 on the week. Really appreciate it. As always, if you enjoy the content, please subscribe to our channel. Give this video a like. Comment below. Let me know what games you want to hear about for tomorrow or the rest of the week. And until next time, guys, we will see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.